questions that we get at the British Columbia Visitor Centre. We see 45,000 people between June and September every year. And we do get a lot of really funny questions, things you would never think of. And we all take those questions with a straight face and politely answer or try really hard not to giggle too loudly. But people ask questions like, are there glaciers in Glacier National Park? At what elevation does an elk turn into a moose? We have seriously had that question, and it is a lot of fun, and we try to capture them so that we can put them all together at the end of our year. We also get questions like, who built the natural bridge in the Yellowstone? So those are fun. So, like I said, I run the British Columbia Visitor Centre at Golden. In 2009, I participated in the torch relay run here, and we ran World Host training for 100 volunteers in the community. So I think that was a pretty spectacular volunteer showing of our community and a collaboration amongst many people in the community to make that a huge success. So when we talk about customers, we need to define who is our customer. And I believe that we have both external customers, those folks that are coming in to use the services that we have, or the constituents if you're a politician. And then we have internal folks like our team and our suppliers and shippers and community partners. In 2010, these are the statistics from Destination BC called Tourism BC in 2010. Visitors traveling in BC were 15.6 million. When I train new staff every year and I give them these numbers, they go million, billion, million, billion. But it's pretty significant. When you look at the revenue that is generated, it's 13.4 billion. There's more than 127,000 directly related jobs to tourism in BC. And BC residents make up a huge percentage of that, 54%, and they spend 30% of that revenue that's generated. So that's pretty significant. So we're going to talk about the 5 components of customer service. And as I look around the room, I think, almost everybody in this room gives excellent customer service. And I can say that I can show up at any one of your places and feel welcome and feel like we're all part of the same community, so that's really nice. Anyways, so the 5 components that we're going to talk about are the image, so the image of our community, and that's the things like the Golden Travel Planner that Tourism Golden puts out, and our job is to hold up that image and try to show Golden off as much as we can. And then secondly, we want to balance customer demands with the resources that we have available. Then we want to develop long-term customers, because we know that every new customer costs us 4 times as much as an existing customer. And then we want to solve problems quickly and efficiently so that we can get those folks back and work out the problems and learn something from where we came. And then we also want to exceed expectations. So think about the last time you moved to a new community, or maybe after you'd been in a community for a little while, and you buy a house and you get yourself established, and one of the first things that you want to do, and this is an analogy to customer service, and I think you'll find that it fits. So we get into a community and we want to have a house party. What's the first thing that you do?
Clean your house.
Clean the house, for sure. There's some clues there. But one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to create a guest list. You're going to decide who the coolest people are that you want to have over, and then you're going to market to them and tell them about all the neat things that you have are going to have at your party. So it might be the food, or you're going to have a big fire, or you're going to have cool games. All of those things are going to attract people to come and come to your party. You're going to go out and get some food, which is a great answer. I do have prizes. And I thought I better stick with the balls, because I also brought a can full of sugar, but from Dr. Erica's talk, you can help yourself to them later. So what else are you going to do when you're organizing your party? So you've invited all the cool party people. You've got on social media. Everybody's coming. You're going to hire a project. Perfect. And you're going to get some beverages. And I think some of the beverage people are going to steal the show in a few minutes. But yeah, so we're going to get some beverages, and hopefully it's from our new local brewery. So once you have all of those folks here, and you've planned when you've gotten your food and your beverages, that's inventory. And that's something else that we think about for our customers, making sure that we have everything that they might expect. And remember, we want to over-deliver on our promises. So once those folks get here to the party, they're probably going to arrive with some people that you know, and maybe some people that you don't. So what are you going to do when they show up at the door and you don't know them? That's the first thing you're going to do. You already have a prize. So what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to make them feel welcome. So how do you do that? How do you make people feel welcome? You smile, you invite them in. You're just smiling because I put away the candy. But you're going to smile, and you're going to introduce them to other people. You're going to find what their interests are, and you're going to tell them about all the cool things in your community that they might go and look at, right? So you're going to know your products. You're going to get to know what kind of things you have in your house that they might like. If they tell you they're gluten-free, you're going to make sure that you direct them right to where they can get something that they can eat. What else are you going to do with your new people? Have the music going, maybe introduce them to other people, other services. And then you're going to have a party, and you're going to have music, and you're going to get people going and introduce them. You're going to lead them into other places that they might want to go, and then they're all going to go home. And what are you going to do when they go home? First, you're going to make sure you're going to back to cleaning again. So when they go home, you might clean, but you might also think about checking in with them, right? You want to check in with them to see if they had a good time. Make sure that you tell them about the connections that they've made, and just follow up, just generally follow up. And we do that with our customers as well. So just to recap, we talked about representing your community. And how do we talk about that? So we told our visitors at our house party about all the things in the community that they might enjoy. We balanced the customer demand with the company interest, so we made sure that we had enough of everything. We checked the inventory. We made sure that we had everything that people would need if they came to our party, and we made sure that we didn't run out. And when we did run out, we filled it up a bit. And then we want to keep those customers, so we checked in with them afterwards. We checked in with them often at our party to make sure they were happy and make sure that they were getting what they wanted. We probably listened more than we talked so that we could find out about them. And then we handled any complaints that we had, although we didn't have any complaints because we had Carrie on board. And then we made sure that we've filled their orders, right? So somebody's glass is empty, you're finding out what they need and making sure that you get it. So in your community, we have an opportunity. We're talking about upstairs, about the opportunity. We're talking about how we can use our community and the people in it to be ambassadors for Golden. And what is the one thing that you do as an ambassador in Golden? Anybody meet people on the street? We were talking upstairs about where is our community spirit. And every visitor that I see, I try to get them to go downtown and look at our Spirit Square. And I tell them, if you look at those tiles, all of our families and our communities built those tiles to welcome people to the community and to express how we feel about where we live. So what is your idea? What is your commitment?
Share stories of favorite places that you have.
sharing stories. We heard a lot about sharing stories, and we're going to have more resources. So we're going to have brewery tours next, right? Good. So if you're lucky, you'll have some of these nice staff, and you'll have to take care of them, and you'll have to make sure that you're incenting them and making sure that they're recognized for the good job that they do in welcoming people. And I hope that every single one of you take a World Host customer service training course, or spend some time learning more about customer service, or mainly most of you in this room are just going to continue doing what you're already doing. And thank you.